Hello and welcome to May's Crochet. I am Rachel and I really hope that this video sees the light of day. Well, if you're watching it, then it has. It's good to know. So this week, today is October 2nd, by the way. I know that this isn't going out till November, but it didn't really fit into the spooky season vibe, so I saved it. But this week, this past Saturday, as a matter of fact, I got an opportunity to finally go to an independent yarn store, which is not something I've ever done before because by the time I got into crochet and really into fiber arts, I was living in a place that didn't have one within a reasonable 10 to 20 minute driving distance. So this one's actually about an hour away. But on Saturday, we had to go up to Bridgeville, Pennsylvania, which is a suburb of Pittsburgh, and go to the dance store because kid one needed new point shoes. Yeah, she needed new point shoes and you have to be fitted in person. So a while ago, I had done a search for independent yarn stores near me and the closest was this one in Bridgeville, I think. There may be one closer, but we were going to Bridgeville that day. All we have here are Michael's, Hobby Lobby. You can get some yarns at Walmart. They do not have a great selection at our local Walmart. I know some have better selections. We don't have a Joann's too close. It's about a 45-minute drive and it's not a good one. I've been there one time and I wasn't even looking for yarn. I was actually looking at fabric, but I think I walked past the yarn section. It was summer though, so I mean, I guess it depends on how you judge it, but it was not good. It was very sparse. It's inside of a mall. It's just not well organized. It's cramped, and yet they didn't have a lot of stuff. So I don't know what's going on with them. Anyway, very excited about an independent yarn store. However, just haven't had the opportunity to go to one because even when the kids are in school, I don't like to leave too far. I don't want to go out of town more than 30 minutes away if I can avoid it in case there's an emergency. I don't want to be like an hour away shopping for yarn and somebody broke a leg and I have to rush back. So even though I can go during the week anytime, I don't like to leave town. Anyway, all that being said, the yarn store was 2 minutes from the dance store and I'm like, hell yeah. So unfortunately, I did not film inside the yarn store because it was weird. It was very, small. It was a small room, small space in a little strip shopping area. And there was one person, it was actually only about 30 minutes before they closed on Saturday. One person working. I felt weird filming, so I didn't film, but the name of the place is Kid You Not. Yes, KIDEWEKNOT. Love the puns. And they had a great selection. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. I spent a lot of money and didn't get a lot of yarn, which was exactly what I expected to happen. Let me show you what I did buy. So I got 4 balls of this Wool Addicts in this beautiful autumnal color. I don't see a color name on here though, so unless it's in one of these languages that I'm not understanding, I don't know what the color is. But they're pretty. I don't know what I'm gonna make out of it. I'm thinking either like a shrug or like a really crop sweater or something, but yeah, really cute, really nice, very soft, very, very soft. There's that. Another great thing about this store is that the owner also dyes most of the product in the store. They have a separate company called Me and You where they dye yarns specifically for their store, Kid You Not. So that was really cool. Pretty much everything on the wall and every weight was hand dyed by the owner. And so I got some. These are 100 gram. This is called Pink Fruit. And I am going to make a hat. I don't know if I'll need both of these for a hat, maybe like a hat and a cowl or something, but I'm definitely gonna make a hat. So I've already started the hat. I'm doing a slip stitch ribbed beanie. And I've started it because tonight I'm going to my first social circle, craft circle, crochet, knit, fiber arts, yarn circle, I don't know. Anyway, around the same time I was at the yarn store on Saturday, I got the newsletter from the library, which I do have a library card mainly for checking out audiobooks. And I haven't skimmed the newsletter in a really long time, but I just felt like doing it. I thought, well, let me see if they have anything cool like Halloween themed. And yeah, for Wednesday, today, October 2nd, I saw that they were having a knitting / crocheting night circle. It turns out they have them twice a month. It is for almost 2 hours. I'm going to work on this hat for sure. And that's why I went ahead and started because I did the chain and then I slip stitched into the back bump instead of the other way. And that can be frustrating as hell. And I didn't want to have a meltdown in front of a bunch of new people. So I went ahead and got it started and I'm going to take it with me tonight. I don't know how much filming I will do. That's why I'm not sure if this video is going to actually ever come to light or not, but I can definitely do the one today and the one in 2 weeks. Sometimes I work Wednesday night at the dance studio, but for October, I'm not this week or in 2 weeks. So I plan on going to both, hopefully, as long as everything goes well tonight. You just never know. I mean, there may be absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just a matter of like personality not gelling. I mean, it happens. But who knows? It may not be the case. I hope I end up having a lovely time and that this becomes a regular thing in my calendar. So if you're watching this video, it means I was able to film some there and give my thoughts on that. I was gonna just like run this through my Centro, but I think my first independent yarn store hand dye wool yarn deserves better than my Centro. That's kind of trying to murder anything I put through it these days by dropping stitches all the time. So that's what I'm gonna do with this. But also tonight I'm gonna take something else, a whip that I have going in case I get fed up with this and don't want to work on it. So that is just this hexie-cardi that I started a while ago. I've been working on it off and on. I just have the ribbing to do here and then finish off the sleeves and then I'll be done. This is Red Heart's Sutherland Stripes. It was a jumbo skein, 10 ounces. I just really like the colors. I'm gonna take this too, just in case, because I'm not getting this done in the less than 2 hour time slot. Anyway, also forgot to mention that the crafting circle fiber arts yarn night called Chronicles of Yarnia. Again, another beautiful pun. So we'll see what I can get filmed tonight and hopefully it'll be a great time. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go. Just got to drop kid 2 off at dance for the night, pick up kid 1's dinner, and then I'm going to the library for a night of crocheting. Bag is packed. I kind of want a sign to let them know that I belong there, that I'm not just somebody lost wandering around the library. So let me know. Do you think that this is enough of a hint that I'm a crocheter? Like, I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just somebody who likes Halloween. I don't know. Maybe they'll figure it out. And they'll like let me stay. We'll see. Okay, bye. It didn't work out. So 'tis the season for downtown parades, where the main branch of the public library is. And yeah, one of the high schools was having their homecoming parade down there. So no readily available parking. And if there's not easy parking, yeah, I ain't doing it. So I'm very sad. But I'll try again in 2 weeks. For now, I think I'm just gonna eat my feelings. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so I got a surprise this morning when I had to drop my husband off at the airport. And that's not a drop off at the airport, that is a 3-hour round trip. Halfway through my 2 cups of coffee, which means I needed to pee most of the way. It rained most of the way, and like Thanos, construction at the airport is inevitable. So I'm a little fussy, but on the positive side, it's not his fault, by the way. His truck has been in the shop. He thought it was gonna be ready yesterday and he would be able to drive himself. He did not, but because it was not. It's Honda's fault. Anyway, I don't blame him. I love him. I will gladly take him to the airport, but my nerves are a little shot with needing to pee for so long. Finally took care of that, and driving through so much stupid rain. I am so sick of it. However, silver lining, I had to drive past Bridgeville. So now I've stopped in Bridgeville to check out the yarn store some more with nobody waiting on me this time. So I'm very excited. So maybe I'll get some footage this time. We'll see. Yarn haul. The first I got some mohair. I've never worked with mohair, but I got some mohair. I color matched it to the Wool Addicts that I got the first time I went a few weeks ago. That green, these go really well because they still had some of that there, or they had like one ball of it left, and I was able to find it, and I didn't buy it, I didn't need it, I just needed to color match it to this. So because I thought that would look really pretty, a mohair combined with the wool. I think it'll be a really pretty sweater when I get to it. Never worked with it before, but it'll be paired with something else. I'm not just making something completely out of mohair. So next, Nobu. Yeah, it's crazy expensive, and the only reason I got these were because they were 20% off. So, but beautiful, beautiful colors. Look at that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but something nice. And then my favorite, beautiful baby alpaca wool. It really is just the softest thing in the world, I think. I'm thinking like a nice light spring sweater, or a shrug. If I do a full sweater, it'll probably be more mesh. Can't wait to work with it. It is so nice. I'm so excited. I have to find time. I have to find the time to use these things. So don't worry, I'm not becoming a yarn snob. This was just a treat yourself moment after going to the airport unexpectedly and driving in the rain. And the rain was even worse on the way back. There were times where visibility was like very questionable. So I'm glad I took a moment, 45 extra minutes, to look around, and I met the owner this time. So last time, Saturday afternoon, right before close, like 45 minutes before close is when we got there, and there was a younger woman working there, and I knew she wasn't the owner from the way she talked, because she told me that all the wools on the wall were hand dyed by the owner. Hence, I assumed she was not speaking about herself in the third person. So, and she was nice, she just wasn't very chatty. But Brad was with me, so maybe she wasn't, didn't want to interrupt or think she was, I don't know. She just wasn't, she was very nice, but not very chatty. I talked to the owner quite a bit today, and she loved my sweater, and she was really awesome to chat with. I won't be buying yarn for a while because I spent way too much today, but when I do, I'll definitely be going back to the store, that store, because absolutely lovely owner, and what a wonderful collection she has. And again, she dyes her own yarn. I didn't buy any of her yarns today, but I will in the future for sure. And tonight will be my second attempt to go to the knitting crochet social circle that's at the library, and the Chronicles of Yarnia, and I really hope it works out this time. It is raining still off and on. Wasn't supposed to. Not yesterday according to the forecast, but it is. So hopefully, if there were any parades planned, they are canceled at this point, because I wouldn't want to parade in the rain, but I would never want to parade, period. Sorry, my youngest is in band, and she's in 6th grade, so she's not part of the marching band yet, but if she sticks to it, she will be next year. We'll be parading up and down that street several times a year, I'm sure. Anyway, so I'm gonna give that another shot, and hopefully have more to report back instead of, oh, couldn't do it, no parking. We'll see. I'm here, I made it. I'm running a little late because I had to take dinner home to my oldest and then come back downtown. So there's that. But anyway, I'm going in. Hopefully this all works out. Wish me luck. Hello, which way to meeting room B? Upstairs?
Upstairs or elevator?
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I went to the social circle at the library. I didn't vlog anything in there because it's kind of weird for this random newbie to just walk in and be like, hey, I'm making YouTube videos. Is it okay if I film? No, we're not doing that. Maybe one of these days, like the next one I go to, which will be the week before Thanksgiving. I can't go to the one the first Wednesday of November. They do it 2 Wednesdays, 1st and 3rd. I can't do it the 1st because I'm working at the studio, but met great people. There were 7 of us all together, and apparently there's a lot of people who come and go, you know, so it seems like there might be a core of people who come pretty regularly, like 3 or 4 of them, like especially the one who's in charge, and then there's other people who come and go. Yeah, they were really nice. There was a good mix of ages and really cool people. Like, I really enjoyed myself. I talked about myself a lot, of course, because they didn't know me, so they were very like, oh my gosh, where are you from? And what brought you to West Virginia, and when did you start crocheting, and what do you love to do, and what are you working on, and all kinds of things. So it was really great. I'm really glad I took the time to do it because this is so out of my wheelhouse. And they told me about a Facebook group that has all kinds of stuff for fiber artists here in and around town, nothing too far out. And there's also apparently another group that meets like the second and fourth Thursday, not at the library, but somewhere else. So I've already checked out that group, and I might be going to a Thursday one of these days. Anyway, had a great time, really loved it. Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Very excited. So they're very welcoming and very cool. And yeah, I can't wait to go back and really make some friends. So it was just so funny how much it reminded me of what a small town I live in, because they asked me where I lived, what part of town I lived in, and I was like, oh, I live in this smaller neighborhood over in this one place. It's not quite this other neighborhood that's bigger, but it's right around there. And they're like, oh, one of them said, oh, such and such neighborhood. I'm like, oh yeah, totally. Like, yes, I know so and so and so and so and so who all live over there. I'm like, oh, this is a small town. Okay, but anyway, that being said, I can't wait to go back, but it'll be a couple weeks. Of course, when I post this video, it will have just been this past Wednesday. Anyway, it's great. This is what I worked on, by the way. This is the week of Halloween decor, and I started the bauble tree, the purple bauble tree. And I got 13 rows in. I thought maybe I'd get 10 to 12, and I hit 13, so. Anyway, I have to go to bed now. As you've seen, it has been a very long day, so it is sleep time. Good night. It's been a month since I think I last filmed anything, but I'm going back to the library for the social circle today, and hopefully it goes well. I don't know if I'll film any of it because, again, I've met these people once, and today will only be 2 times, and I might be meeting new people. Who knows who's coming and going, but we're gonna do it again, and I will report back later. Okay, so I went to the social circle again Wednesday night. There were only 2 of the same people there from the first time a few weeks prior, or a month prior. Yeah, because it's been a month. Anyway, and then so I met 4 new people, and I didn't feel like filming because it's a little creepy still. And I haven't mentioned that I have a YouTube channel yet, so again, maybe one of these days. But it was a little more relaxing for me this time because it wasn't just talking about myself the whole time. I got to hear other people's stories. There was one lady with a serious refrigerator saga. I was like, damn, glad that's not me. Basically, it's cost her $35,000 in repairs to her home at this point. So this video was a little strange. I wasn't really sure if I was going to post it, but I did want to document my first time in an independent yarn store and trying a social circle, because I am not social. And since I haven't been doing fiber arts for very long, I haven't really made any friends in real life who do it. So one of the other dads at dance has started knitting in the last couple of years, so I've told him about it, and maybe he'll show up one day. But other than that, I really don't know anybody, and it's lonely. So it's nice to know that there are options out there, especially considering my small town. But I also wanted to mention, I'm absolutely going to keep myself from going to the yarn store and spending all the money, because I bought this little tote, and that's it. That, like, everything is I've bought so far is squeezed in here, and if I can't fit anything else in here, I don't get to go back. Those are the rules. So once I make space, I can go back. And as you can see, I still haven't made that hat I was talking about. Maybe after the holidays. I am so far behind on Christmas presents. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do you guys do social circles? Do you have the opportunity? Do you love them? Are you antisocial and just want to be like a little crochet or knit gremlin in your own house? Just like, leave me alone. I understand. Like, I totally vibe with that. It was raining again at this last social circle like it was the previous week. And I'm like, is it worth it to get out in the rain? But I'm glad I did. I need to get out a little bit more. Not a lot more. A little bit more. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!